Okay, video got cut off, so we're going to finish up this problem here. In the top part of the problem, again, we had a mean of 32 and a standard deviation of 3.5, and we were trying to find the probability that selected cobalt gets more than 34 miles per gallon, and we worked that problem in the last video. Now, if we pay attention to this problem, we notice again that it had no sample size in it, okay? Now, let's see what happens when we actually introduce a sample size to this. So, again, we've got, in the last problem, we were selecting one single cobalt. In the second part of the problem, we're selecting 10, okay, 10 cobalts instead of one. And we want to see what's the probability that if we choose 10 cobalts, that their average miles per gallon would exceed 34 miles per gallon, okay? So we have our normal distribution. Here's your 32 again. Here's your 34. And again, we're shading in this direction. Okay. Now, as I showed you before, if we were going to calculate the z-score for this, which we don't have to do because we can do it in the calculator, but if we did, this would be z is equal to 34 minus 32 divided by the standard deviation of 3.5. Now, since they gave us a sample size of 10, we have to divide by the square root of 10 on this one for the standard deviation. Okay, so when I go to the calculator, I have to remember to do this. So, second distribution, normal CDF. The lower bound is still 34. The upper bound is still positive infinity. The mean is still 32. But now the standard deviation is 3.5 divided by the square root of 10. Okay? That's the only difference. I gave you a sample size of 10, so we have to use it. Hit enter again. And now we see that that probability is 0.035, let's call it 4, 0.0354. Okay? So, what's the probability of choosing one cobalt that gets more than 34 miles per gallon? There's about a 28.39% chance. What is the probability of choosing 10 of them that get more than 34 miles per gallon? There's about a 3.54% chance. Okay. This should make sense. The probability is going to fall because instead of just choosing one, now you're trying to choose 10 all at one time that get more than that gas mileage. Okay. So that's the end part of sampling distributions of sample means. In the next video, we're going to start in with, we're going to do distribution of sample proportions, and then that will be the end of chapter 9.